Good morning, Internet. How is it going today? Sorry I missed the stream yesterday. I had to cancel. I was up pretty dang late working on some projects for my company. And so I was not able to do that and sleep. So, anyways, one second, we'll jump in here in a minute and get my settings right. Okay, that's all I need. Got set up. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Oh, no, it turned off. Hey, there it is. Kind of need to. There we go. Alright. So today is technically only the second day now, because I skipped yesterday, where we are playing my new deck. Currently testing it, just kind of working out any kinks that it might have in preparation for SCG Cincinnati. General concept of this deck is pseudo similar to the Yum Yum deck that I played last week. The Yum Yum deck was all based around the idea that there was 3 cards that would get you extra value on top of what your opponent was doing when you Yum Yummed. This deck is kind of similar in the sense that you have, your relics that'll survive. You've got different interactions where you can make it so that your penguins don't get iced. Idea being that you board wipe at the last possible second and then get one of your penguins to unflop and survive and win the last 5 check. Or this deck has a really good draw engine in Little Hoo Hoops and Red Mega Penguin, combined with Trustfall and Bearish Sentiment. And they can just draw you an insane amount of cards. You've also got some other stuff in here that kind of just does flop shenanigans. That's kind of just the general idea of what's going on. I think that I did modify it a little bit. I took out one of these Hamadon Court and put in Stand in the Rain. I forget why specifically. Those penguins draw a card. Oh, because this one doesn't unflop the relics, and so it's not as good. But then again, Sin the Rain doesn't either, so I might wind up taking those out and making some modifications after today. But we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. But then, yeah, with like I said, was saying with the whole draw synergies, the little detective just gets huge. You've also got your Peace Out Penguins just to kind of slow down your opponents, because this deck does have a really, really slow start. But once they get sprinkling out some cards, it can do some really cool shenanigans. So let's jump in. Let's see if we can get playing against a person. I'd like to get some games in against a person this week, just because, like I said, I am practicing for Cincinnati. Kind of a double-edged sword. I don't want too many people to know about this deck, because as far as I'm aware, I haven't seen a deck like this at all on the ladder in any games. I did play I won't even say related, I'll say like a very, very distant cousin of this deck at Worlds. I called it Ruby Storm, and it was, if you're familiar with Magic, it's very similar to how the Ruby Storm Magic deck ran. However, just because of how the stack works and vibes, my deck completely fizzled, so This deck is a bit more slow and methodical version that kind of builds up to the win instead of just trying to do it all in one turn, because it just didn't work. I think I got the deck to fire once the entire time I was playing there, and even when I did get it to fire, it still lost, just because I forget why it lost that particular match. I think they just had the right counterplay at the right time. Anyways, alright, so let's see here. Great. Phenomenal. Rest of it's just okay, I guess. We're actually gonna get rid of all of this except for because we want the 2 red pudge, so we could have even done both, but we really want to get our little hoops out and then be able to start doing the card draw shenanigans with him. Okay, so we've got the ability to produce 2 red pudge. That's great. I would probably play this in any other scenario, but since we are stuck playing against an AI, I know they're not going to have any relics. So there's really no point in holding that back. If we were playing against a person, it would be worth considering. Because, I mean, honestly, Simon the Smasher is just here, you know, for like our anti-Coliseum stuff. Because we're trying to draw a stupid amount of cards and play those cards for this deck, but obviously Coliseum just makes it so card draw is kind of pointless. Unless we have a little detective out already, in which case it's like, okay, well, it's still doing something because you're getting your penguin huge. This is the yellow starter deck then, so we do probably want to have a race, and we do want to have a little detective for that race, because we're probably going to need to get our stuff bigger than their extrovert. Alright, so that's a great card to have when you are ready to board wipe. I don't know if I really need it here though. Okay, yeah, we probably don't need to worry about this much. Let's go here. And go peace out. Peace out, detective, and summon. Oh, we start drawing next turn. Let's just do that. Let's just get the drawing stuff happening, and then again, I know the yellow starter deck in and out at this point, so I'm not really worried about it. There's so many routes to victory here. I think I would definitely be playing a lot more cautiously if I was against a person, just because I wouldn't know what was happening with them. Let's just get our drawing shenanigans started. you can see here kind of the thought process of, oh, I messed that up again. I messed it up because it doesn't unflop the relics, and so I was thinking that the relics would unflop too. I'd be able to play Bear Sentiment, tap my hoops for draw a card, and then play Bears to draw another card, and then my hoops stick around. Yeah, it's a bummer. Oh. Oh. Nice. That does not. Oh, yeah, it would only unflop the. That's why, too, because having Encore doesn't actually unflop little hoops, but Stand in the Rain does, so I think Stand in the Rain is better in that sense. But that stinks. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that just so we can draw more. Such a bummer. I don't think there's anything else we can do at this point. Because yeah. Dang, that is. Alright, we're just gonna pass. Wish we had our little detective out when all that shenanigans happened, but that's what it is, I guess. Alright, first things first, get the little detective actually out. They don't even need to rot anything at this point in the game, I guess. So we'll just keep that back. Pass. Okay. Start doing the card draw shenanigan. I think we'll just hold off because on the next turn, I guess there's not really a sack outlet there. Maybe not. Yeah, I think we just kind of played super suboptimally by forgetting about that interaction. We're gonna pop this now just so next turn I can get my red mega, so I can kind of show you the shenanigans that happens with that. I mean, we're gonna win at this point just because we're gonna get bigger so much faster than they are. What do I need? I need to get that up by 2. Do I even care about doing that now? Or do I just want to do that next turn? I'll do it next turn. I want to get red mega so I can show you kind of the interactions around that. But yeah, I definitely need these guys are good, but only if I have more red penguins. I don't want to really get rid of the relics because they're what survives the board wipe. This is Iones, this is Iones. Alright, I'm gonna do you. And let's start showing all the shenanigans you can do with this deck. 5 little hoops. I can do so much more shenanigans too. Alright, how do we want to sequence this? First things first. We'll do you targeting red, tapping my penguins. It gets copied because it got targeted by something. Copy itself again because it will lose its ability after this, so it can't copy anymore. Which does kind of stink. However, while that's still on the stack, I'm going to choose these two, unflop them, confirm. Pay one. It does copy again. We'll choose those two and confirm. So as you can see, there's currently 4 draws that are going to happen on the stack. We're then going to... all of our reds are about to unflop, so we're going to let this stack resolve. Draw 4 and then see where we go from there. If I had a little hoops, I could have tapped it to draw. I could have targeted this little hoops to make it so it wouldn't ice itself. And so that's kind of the concept of that little mini draw engine. That's nice. So draw 4, put 4 web counters on the detective. Yeah, I mean, at this point I could keep going, but... let's do, like, a toss-up, just because. And then next turn, put out the little hoops. Like I should have had from the past 3 turns if I didn't royally mess up interactions. Alright, that's a fun one. It's essentially unlimited pledge with this deck. 15 permanents. I'm gonna win regardless. I'm just gonna do some drawing shenanigans to see how many cards I can draw in one turn. So let's see. Alright, so draw 1. Draw 2. Draw 3. Copy. Draw 4. That will not be iced now. Could play this to board wipe, but you actually benefit more than me, so I will completely ignore this card. Currently at, what did I say, draw 4? Do you? Flop on flop, draw 5. Do you? Copy will target. I don't really want him to lose it. Well, I don't think I have anything that unblocks him at this point, so yeah, it doesn't matter if he loses his ability. He can't be S anyway, so. What was that? 4 or 5? Let's see, how was that? 4. Hold on, let's check. 1. That copy, that's a 2. Or no. Okay, yeah, so it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I was at 5. So this will be 6, 7. And I think that's it. Only 7 cards. That's kind of a bummer. I was hoping to break 10. Still game though. But yeah, that's the general concept of the deck. Little Hoops as your kind of starter draw engine. Red Mega Pigment as your ending draw engine. Get Little Detective out and get it big. Or if he wasn't playing a deck that would benefit from a reward wipe, you can also use that as kind of like another way out. Instead of just your traditional vibe check wins. So, yeah, we're gonna play. I really want to be able to play against a person because I need like actual practice with this deck. I mean, of course, I'll take a physical copy to SCG and see if I can get some games in there. But all right, we are gonna try one more time to play against a person, and if not, I'll probably just end the stream early because I'm tired of playing against bots all day. Alright, let's see this deck list here. Yeah, definitely not bad. Yeah, it's not bad, honestly. I think I'm just gonna lock it on this list. I do need to get more of these missed cards. I need to check if I have Apostle's Blessings. I'm pretty sure I have them for my old Popper deck. Alright, good start so far. Don't need you, don't need you. You can just produce red pies, which is nice. Not until turn 5. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay. Oh, please be a person. Please be a person. Yeah, I'm just gonna wrap this up and call it a day, boys. Like, I'm tired of playing against bots. I need to play against some actual people. I need friends. I need friends. If you play this game and you are awake at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, literally any day of the week except for Saturdays, shoot me a message in Discord, comment on a video, reach out on Twitch. You can stream snipe me if you want. You could literally have an advantage in playing against me. I just really want some people to play with because I need practice. I need to get practice on these decks before tournaments, and there's just not anyone that plays locally, unfortunately, yet. Hopefully that'll change when we get some learn to plays going. But yeah, guys, if you're playing and you're willing to play at 6 a.m. CST, hit me up, please. I would love to get some games in with y'all. Anything to avoid all these bots. No even point, I'll just pass. Yeah, I'm not gonna even keep the stream up. We're just gonna call it a day. I'm gonna wrap this up, get some deck building stuff done, and continue. So.
Hey guys, if you're watching this in the now, then thanks for hanging out with me today. Feel free to join me tomorrow, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time every day, except for Sundays, because I like to sleep in. If you're watching this in the future, please like and subscribe. Comment down below your favorite part of the video. If you saw any mistakes that I made, let me know. Redo. Hey guys, if you're watching in the now, then thanks for hanging out with me today. If you're watching in the future, then be sure to subscribe and like the video and comment down below. If you are watching presently or would like to join me in real time, I will be streaming every day, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, except Sundays, because I like to sleep in. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel for weekly content, recap videos, and feel free to let me know if there's anything you'd like to see in the future. Thanks guys, bye.